Hey lovelies, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for stopping by again, and if this is your first time on this channel, you're absolutely welcome. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss any of my content. And in this tutorial today, I'm going to show you how to make this stylish and timeless two-piece crop top and skirt, and the top has scallop hem while the skirt has cutout details. And if this sounds like something you would love to learn, please watch till the end, and without further ado, let's get started. So right here guys, this is the material that we're going to use for this tutorial, and this is an African print material, and for this project I use around 5 yards. Okay, you're going to need about 3 to 5 yards, depends on your size and also depends on what you are going to use as lining. I used the same material as lining, okay, so I used about 5 yards. And first we're going to cut the upper part, which is the crop top, and what I need is to divide the biggest part of my upper bodice, which is my bust, and that is 40 inches. I'm going to divide it by 4 and I'm going to get 10, and I'm going to add 2 inches to that, making 12 inches, and that's exactly what I have on fold here. 12 inches for the front and 12 inches for the back, and remember both of them are on fold. I'm not going to be adding zipper to the crop top, okay, so both the front piece and the back piece are the same. And so right here I've gone ahead to mark the start line, okay, and the next thing to do is to go ahead and determine the length for the crop top, okay, and for this project I'm going to be using 18 inches, and I'll just go ahead and mark a straight line across the 18 inches point like so. And what is remaining here, about half an inch, I will use for folding allowance. And right now the next thing to do is to come to the start line here, which is also the shoulder line, and I'm going to indicate the shoulder measurement, which is 7 inches plus half an inch for joining the sleeve. That's going to be 7.5. I'll just indicate that right here, okay, and having done that, I'll come down from the start line to the chest line and mark a straight line to indicate that, okay, and having done that, I'll just come to the chest line and mark the same thing we have on the shoulder line, which is 7.5. Then I'll connect it together on a straight line like so. And having done that, I'll come to this part here to get our neckline, and for the width of the neckline I'm going to be using 3.25. all right, that's 3.25. And for the depth, I'm going to be using 1.5 inches for the back depth, and I'll just square up the point, and after doing that I'll just go ahead and create a curve around this part in order to create our round neckline, okay. And for the front depth, I'm just going to be using 3 inches, okay, and I'll just indicate. I'm so sorry, my chalk is not very visible, but what I'm just doing is creating a round neckline for both the front piece and the back piece, okay, and I use the depth of 3 inches for the front piece, okay. I'll square it up and create a round neckline. And right now, to make it more clearer, I'll just go ahead and cut the back neckline. And right now the next thing to do is to create the shoulder slant, so I'll come to this part here and come down by 1 inch, and I'm going to link it to the neckline like so. And having done that, the next thing to do is to come to this straight line here, and I'm going to get the midpoint. And having done that, I'll come to the chest line and get my bust circumference divided by 4. Then I'm going to connect the 2 points together to form our hammer curve. And having done that, the next thing to do is to come to the chest line here and get our bust circumference divided by 4, which we've already done earlier on, and I'm going to add 2 inches to that, all right. And from this point here, I'll just connect directly to the waistline. Remember, we're not going to be adding zipper allowance, so we need to make it as free as possible. And having done that, I'll just go ahead and cut out the excess. And right here on the shoulder line, I'm going to add half an inch joining allowance. And so right here, this is what the piece looks like after cutting out the excess, okay. And right now I'll just place aside the back piece so we can work on the front piece. And the first thing I will do is just to go ahead and cut out the front neckline. And having done that, I'll come down from the neckline with 3 inches in order to create the slit on the front, okay. And next I'll just go ahead and slit it open. And so right here, this is what the slit looks like on the front piece. And before I forget, I'm also going to come to the armhole here, and I'm going to come to the midpoint and come inward by about 1/2 inch, and I'm going to trim off a little bit from the armhole of the front piece. And right now, the next thing to do is to go ahead and create scallop on the hem of the top. So I'm just going to go ahead and mark 2 inches all the way. And up next, I'll come to the first 2 inches point that we marked, okay? And I'm going to make sure to go up with about 2 inches, okay? And having done that, from this center here, I'm going to mark a curve to meet up that point, okay? And from that point, I'm just going to mark another curve to meet the next 2 inches point, okay? Like so. And from there, I'll mark a curve to meet the next 2 inches. It's just as if you are drawing a scallop, all right? Just draw a scallop to meet each of the points, okay? And that is just what I'm doing here. If you have a curvy object or a round object, you can use it, but in this case I'll just use a free hand to mark or draw a scallop around here. There's no standard for this, okay? Just go ahead and form scallop around like so, okay? And I stopped drawing the scallop when I got to the last 2 inches point we marked. And up next, guys, before cutting the scallop shape out, make sure to go ahead and cut your lining piece, all right? And that's exactly what I've done. I've cut lining piece for both the front and the back, okay? And I'm going to place all the pieces together like so. I'm going to place them on top of each other. Then I'm going to trace the scallop shape and cut off the excess like so. So guys, cutting all the pieces together at once can be a bit strenuous and bulky for the scissors, so you can just go ahead and cut one after the other. And so right here, guys, this is what the hem of the top is looking like right about now. And when you open it up, this is what you will have. And right now, I'll just place the top aside and we're going to be working on the sleeve. And for the sleeve, I've gone ahead to cut out this piece and I'm just going to fold it into 2. And right here on this piece, the wideness is 11 inches on fold and the length I have 15 inches. And the first thing I'll do is just to go ahead and come down by 4.5 inches. And I'm just going to mark a straight line across the point like so. And having done that, I'll pick up one of the piece and I'm going to measure what we have on the armhole. And right there, I have around 11 inches, okay? So that is what I'm going to measure right here on the straight line. And up next, I'm going to link a slant line from the center to this straight line here. And having done that, I'll come to the slant line here and I'm going to find the midpoint. Okay, and having done that, the next thing to do is just to go ahead and get our curve using that midpoint as a guide. And having done that, I'll come to the curve here and I'll go ahead and get the 11 inches that we have on the armhole and I'll indicate that there. And from there, I'll just connect it slantly to the hemline like so. And up next, I'll just go ahead and cut out the excess. And so right here we have our sleeve and the next thing to do is to go ahead and cut out the scallop hem. And what I'll do is just to go ahead and start marking 2 inches across the hem of the sleeve. And having done that, from the center here, I'll just go ahead and connect it to the first line like so, all right? I'll curve it to the first line and from the first point there, I'm going to link to the next point, go down, link to the next point and, you know, just form scallop around like so. There's really no standard for this, okay? And so now I'll just go ahead and cut out the shape. And right now, this is what the sleeves looks like after cutting the scallop hem, all right? And the next thing you want to do is to go ahead and cut lining for the sleeve also. But because I'm managing my material, I will just go ahead and cut facing instead of a whole lining. And right here, as you can see, I've gone ahead to cut out the facing for the sleeve, all right? And this is what I'm going to use to turn the hem of the sleeve, okay? And right now the next thing to do is just to go ahead and cut the skirt part. And right here I've gone ahead to fold the material in a triangular manner like so. And the next thing to do is to go ahead and get the radius for the waist. And to get the radius, we are going to need our waist circumference, which is 33 inches for this project, okay? I'm going to go ahead and add 2 inches for zipper allowance, and we are going to have 35 inches. And up next, I'm going to go ahead and divide this 35 inches by 3.14, and that is going to give me around 11 inches. All right, so 11 inches is our radius, and I'm just going to place the tape measure at the tip like this, and I'm going to measure 11 inches all around like so. And the next thing to do is to go ahead and get the skirt length, which is 30 inches in this case. All right, so I'm just going to plus 30 inches plus the 11 inches radius, and that is going to give me 41 inches. And that is what I'll just go ahead and measure all around like so. And having done that, the next thing to do is just to go ahead and cut out. And right here on the waist, before I cut out, I'm just going to go ahead and add half an inch joining allowance to it. And right here, guys, we have our skirt pattern, all right? And the next thing to do is to come to the hem line and come upward by about 8 inches. And I'm going to measure this right from the start to the end, okay? And having done that, right here on the 8 inches point, you are going to go upward by about 4 inches. You can use 5 inches or 6 inches depending on how much opening you want. But here I used 4 inches, and I'm just going to link it together like so. All right. And the next thing we are going to do is just to cut out this part. So guys, if you don't want yours to reveal your thigh, you can measure from the waist to the knee length, and from the knee length you create your cutout. All right, this way your thigh is not going to be exposed. I hope you understand. This middle one right here is the cutout. We're going to remove it later on. And right about now, it is time to start stitching the pieces together, all right? And we're going to work on the upper part first, okay? So I'm going to pick the back piece and the front piece together, and I'm going to align them right side facing right side, and we're going to be joining the shoulder, okay? And we're going to repeat the same process to the lining piece also. And right here, guys, that's exactly what I've done. I've gone ahead to join the shoulders together, as you can see, and I also stitch close the side, okay? And I did this separately for both the lining piece and also the main piece. And right now I'll make sure that one of the piece is on the wrong side while the other one is on the right side, okay? And I'm going to pick the one on the right side, and I'll put it into the other piece like so, all right? And I'll make sure to align each one together, all right? I'll go ahead and align the shoulder of the main piece and that of the lining piece. I will make sure to align them together. The joining part aligns with the joined part, all right? And I'm just going to go ahead and pin it all around the neckline also, okay? And having done that, the next thing to do is just to go ahead and stitch it. And right here, guys, that's exactly what I've done. I've stitched around the neckline, all right? And the next thing I'll do is just to go ahead and notch this part where the slit is, okay? And the next thing I will do afterward is to turn it inside out. So right here, guys, I've gone ahead to pull the top to the right side, and I'm just using the scissors to pull out the sharp corners. And having done that, you might want to go ahead and give it a good press, okay? But right now, the next thing to do is to finish the hem line, all right? And in order to stitch the hem line, what I'm going to do is to come to the seam here, the side seam, okay, on the joint part, and I'm going to hold on to the outer piece, okay, the right side of the outer piece. I'm going to hold on to it like so, and I'm going to come to this inner piece, okay, and I'm going to make sure to align the right side of the inner piece and the right side of the outer piece together like so, okay? Then we are going to pin it, okay? And that is how we are going to stitch it, okay? It can be a little bit tricky, so I'll go through it again. So the right side of the outer piece and the right side of the inner piece, we're going to join them together like so, okay? Connect them together like so, then come to the armhole and you can access the joined part, okay, like so. Make sure to open the side seam and we are going to align the side seam together like so, okay, and that is where you're going to start stitching the hem. And right here, guys, I've gone ahead to do just that. I've stitched the hemline of the dress, as you can see right here, okay? And I use that method so that the side seam is enclosed inside. We don't have joining showing, okay? That is why I did that. And this is what it looks like right about now, okay? And when you flip it to the wrong side, you can also see that the side is very neat, all right? We have a neat finishing, okay? And right about now, the next thing to do is to go ahead and attach the sleeve. And right here, these are the sleeve. I've gone ahead to stitch the hemline using the facing that we cut out earlier on. And this is what our sleeves is looking like. So right now, we are going to attach it to the top. And right here, guys, that's exactly what I've done. I've gone ahead to attach the sleeves to the top, as you can see. And the next thing you need to do is to give it a very good press, because right now our top is ready, okay? And the next thing we'll do right now is to go ahead and work on the skirt. And the easiest way to have the details that we have on the style inspiration is to go ahead and cut this cutout on a pattern paper, okay? And so right here, I used the cutout to cut the pattern paper that we have right here. And the next thing to do is to get stripes that is going to be stitched on this pattern paper, all right? And remember, on the style inspiration, the details that we have there is knotted, all right? So I went ahead to create a long stripe and I cut it into small pieces and I knotted it, as you can see right here, all right? And the length of the stripe is going to be the length of your cutout plus 2 inches, all right? When we're cutting this cutout on our skirt, it is 4 inches and I added 2 inches because after tying it, it's going to reduce in length, okay? And this is what we are going to be placing on the pattern paper, all right? We're going to place all the knots there at intervals. You can use 6 inches interval, 4 inches, depends on what you want, okay? So you are going to place it on the pattern, all right, paper. Then the next thing we're going to do is to go ahead and stitch the knot at the top, all right? And we're also going to stitch it at the pattern, at the down, pardon me, so that all the stripes are in one piece, okay? And having done that, the next thing to do will be to go ahead and join the pieces together, join the down piece together, and also this upper part, you're going to join it together. Then you remove the pattern paper, all right? That is the easiest way to go about it, okay? Though for this tutorial, guys, I joined the stripe to the skirt manually one by one, all right? But I don't recommend it because at the end of the day, both pieces might not align correctly, okay? So the pattern paper method is just the best. So right here, guys, I've gone ahead to join the stripe details to the skirt, as you can see right here. And on the wrong side, this is what it looks like, okay? You might want to go ahead and serge all the edges, okay? And the next thing I'm going to do right now is just to go ahead and top stitch so that the edges lie down flat. And right here, guys, I've gone ahead to top stitch on both ends of the skirt, and this is what it looks like on the wrong side. And up next, I'll just go ahead and place both ends of the skirt together like so, and we're going to be stitching the back, okay? And I'm going to be leaving an opening for the zipper allowance. And having done that, I'll also fold the hem of the skirt and also add a band to the skirt. And so right here, guys, that's exactly what I've done. As you can see, I've gone ahead to join the back of the skirt together right here, okay? And when you're joining the back, when you get to this knotted area, you can just go ahead and skip that part so that it doesn't break your needle, okay? And right here, as you can see, I also joined the band to the skirt, okay? I used some pin to hold in the zipper area. I will not be installing the zipper in this tutorial, okay? I'll do it off camera. Also, don't forget to fold the hemline of your skirt. I've gone ahead to do just that, okay? And right about now, we can say our skirt is ready Thank you so much for watching till the end. Please give this video a thumbs up if you find it helpful, and I'll see you in my next tutorial.